Okay, Maria back with another video. I just woke up about an hour and a half ago, got my laundry started, sitting in my pajamas and thinking about the continuation of the last video that I made. Basically, I don't want people interfering in my personal life. I just don't, I'm very reserved, and I just don't want to be bothered with people making decisions for me, and whatever the case is. I mean, I don't want people making out my career decisions for me. I don't want people blocking me, and I mean, this is really a devastating thing to go through. It is devastating. I don't know what I'm supposed to direct my attention to, because I'm not the kind of person who likes to be at home. I'm not the kind of person, well, all the time. I have a lot of great talents, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to be sitting here, or working in jobs that don't allow me to do the things that I really want to do. And this bothers me that these people put you in such a fragile situation, because, I mean, what about my other bills? What about the other things that I need to pay? These people have made too many assumptions, and just took the liberty of basically controlling my life in a direction that I would never want it to go into. I would never want to do that. And then after 20 years, I shouldn't have to sit here and struggle to look for a job at all. I mean, to me, it's ridiculous. And, I deserve to have what I had before. I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to be sitting here and struggling the way that I have. The tactics that were used, to give me or discredit me or whatever, I guess they chose the right environment. And my husband says that he believes that Bakersfield is not entirely racist, because he's always saying that he sees, girls driving in nice cars, and black girls driving in nice cars, and they are making it here. But I don't see that myself. Okay, maybe I'm very limited in what I do during the day, but I don't know, and I have to be honest. But based on the experience that all the issues that I've dealt with, I'm having a very tough time. And so, like I said, I tried very hard to leave the community, but yet this whole issue spread out of the community. So I'm sitting here wondering, what am I going to do? I can't sit here and scrape by on what I'm making for a very long time, and I can't sit here and I don't feel safe going out of town on job interviews because I'm afraid of baiters. I don't want to be baited anymore. I don't have the time or the money for that sort of thing, and these people know that. So I do believe and take it as a threat against my life when they behave this way. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to survive. I mean, all of this is just, I can't tell you how heavy it is on me, because I don't know. I don't have any interest in changing my life in any way, shape, or form. The only thing I want to do is get back to work. I don't want to do anything else, and I don't want people holding my marriage mate against me, because that is sexual harassment. It's discrimination, okay? It's basically saying, well, you can't do this, this, and this unless, of course, you separate yourself from this person, or be with this person, or just be by yourself, or you have to get a divorce. That, to me, that's written in the law. You can't do that. And that's what's bothering me, because you're threatening my household, and you're taking away the only person that I ever felt any closeness to. And I can't tell you how terrified I am. That's another part of the fear. I don't want to be with anyone else. Okay, I don't. I'm very comfortable in my life. I'm very happy at home. And these people have created all kinds of, anxiety and fear in me, and they won't stop. They won't stop. They think it's okay to make phone calls and offering me shitty jobs that they know that I'm not going to qualify for if they put stupid labels or titles on it. It's a form of harassment. I didn't do anything to be harassed at all. I mean, I did everything right. I followed all the rules and my departure of the farmer's place, and yet I'm sitting here struggling 24 hours a day. I mean, why? I mean, and unless, of course, I am in a very racist environment and the entire town is against me, which I never did anything, like I said, to deserve this. So I don't know what to believe. You know, my husband sees, people see things from a different view. You know what I mean? I've experienced racism over and over again. But of course he doesn't see that, so, because he's white. So I don't know, I just don't have any faith in it. I'm starting to get extremely depressed because I'm not happy doing the same thing every day, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to branch out and live my life the way that I need to live my life. This is a terrifying situation. I mean, like I said, nobody deserves to be in this situation. Nobody deserves to have their house under surveillance. Nobody deserves to be blacklisted or their employment manipulated. And I sure as hell, if that's what I'm suspecting, and it terrifies me that some people would be so demonic to think that they can just rip apart families. That, to me, is the worst thing somebody could ever come up with, and it's wrong. I do remember reading about a person, this was an internet blog, I guess you could call it, but this entry was done sometime back in 2003. So this person was a targeted individual at that time. And basically, they were writing that she couldn't believe the things that these people were attempting to do, and breaking up her marriage was one of the goals. And this woman was strung out. She just couldn't take it anymore. That's why many of these people are on the brink of suicide, because you can't take away people's security, and it's wrong. It's just wrong. And you took away my job. You took away my reputation. And now you're going to try to tear me apart from somebody that I love. I mean, how much more can these people do? And that's why I keep thinking, is the next plan to sit here and have me killed off or something? Because the things that I'm having to experience are not supposed to happen in the workplace, ever. And it just seems like so crazy and bizarre that, I couldn't make this up. I mean, it is that weird. It really is that weird. But yeah, I mean, and the weird part to me is the fact that so many people are not even aware that what they're doing is extremely wrong. That it doesn't even occur to them that what they're doing is illegal and it's inappropriate. And how could they not have seen that this was a racist act? I mean, how could they not have seen that? I am in desperate need of a better job. But not just because of the financial aspect of it, but it's also the emotional part of it. I mean, people should feel good about what they do when they wake up in the morning. They should be excited about their job. They should be, interested. They should be completely, totally engaged in their work. That's how I look at it. I look at some of the old stories, like in old-time Europe, where some people actually adapted the last name of what their profession was. That's a part of history. And not to say that I would want to change my last name to match my job or anything like that, but it's something that you should take pride in, and you should enjoy it, and you should evolve in it. I mean, you should always strive to do better the next time until you actually have a skill that is perfected. And I really enjoyed working at the Stupid Farmer's Place before all the mobbing occurred. And I really felt as though I accomplished a lot. I could have done more at the place in Chatsworth, but the mobbing was just insane. But one of the things I liked about the Farmer's Place is that I wasn't constantly having to be bombarded with the presence of the manager all the time. And I felt as though Karen was too she was definitely the voice or the mouthpiece for my family member. She definitely was, and she was there at all times. Just being what I consider to be rude and intrusive and bizarre and just kind of threatening of my safety. I mean, I was a single parent. My son was, I was raising my son. He was like 14 at the time. I think some 13 or 14. 13 or 14 at the time, and I'm a single parent, and I'm getting up. Initially, I meant to move down to that area, but when the mobbing started, because I was saving up money to get an apartment, and like the mobbing was just getting crazy, and I kept thinking, I need to find another job. I cannot go through with this plan. I cannot settle down in that area. So I decided to stay in the local area, like a town away from my mom, and I sat there and I was looking for other work, but we were like a recession. We were in the middle of a recession at the time. I mean, trying to find a job was just like almost impossible. And so I had to stick it out and work at this place. And every morning I'd get up like, really early, get on the freeway, only to come to work so I could sit here and be psychologically harassed on a daily basis. It was horrible. And I kept thinking, man, I don't know what happened. It just seemed like the whole thing happened overnight. But I stayed in there for like 2 years, and it was miserable. It was absolutely miserable. I would be so depressed on Sundays, and I just remember this darkness, this constant darkness. And I, of course, at the time, I pretty much stayed to myself. Because I commuted. I mean, I got on the freeway early in the morning. I'd get there, and then I'd come home, and sometimes, like, if it rained or something, there was times where I didn't get home till, like, 9 o'clock. Like, if it rained, it was bad. So I was going through all of this to take care of my son, and this woman was relentless in trying to destroy my life, and it's exactly what she did. So I kept thinking I needed to stick this out because I got to pay my bills. I got credit card bills. I got all these, and I was my credit score was beautiful. I mean, it was like shing, sparkle, sparkle. It was flawless, and then it just got to the point where I literally would just break down in the middle of the day, and just of fear and just extreme anxiety, and just couldn't take it anymore. And I finally quit, and I just couldn't take it. And then I came out here. I was so happy. Me and my husband got back together. I moved back here in 2009. Me and my husband got back together. We were kind of like dating again, all over again. And so we really enjoyed each other's company again. So back in 2010, we moved back in together, and everything was going great. I was happy. Everything was just wonderful. And then I took him to the Christmas party, and everything fucking fell apart. Everything just fell apart. The whole mobbing started to intensify. It was very strange. I mean, I actually have a timeline to all this trauma. And it has been an absolute nightmare. And I'm trying to think, like, when I first left him, I do remember thinking, gosh, I told him a lie. And I was kind of glad that I was leaving because I didn't ever have to explain it to him. I just figured, whatever. But then we got it together, and it was like, whatever. But anyway, he's very, very dear to me, and the very thought that somebody would try to destroy my household is very disturbing to me, very disturbing. I don't have to tell everybody how I feel about my husband. I don't have to wear it on my sleeve. I don't have to talk about it all the time. People don't even need to know anything about my marital status at all, okay? That's part of the law is supposed to make me secure about that at my workplace. I understand I'm in an environment, like if I was in LA or some other place, I would probably be more open about my relationships because, I experienced racism when I first moved here, the very first day I moved here. So I knew it wasn't like the greatest idea to sit here and like stroll down the street holding hands or something like that and being open in other people's faces about it. Not like I'm really like that, but So, I don't know how many minutes to have. So anyway, my plan is that this is just absolutely insane. It is insane, and I'm tired of dealing with it. I mean, it's been too long, and I've been basically broke and struggling, to try to pay back. Because I really tried to pay out all my credit and try to do things to build myself up, and at the same time, and then I'd lose a job because of the mobbing, or somebody giving me a job that paid less, and then I'd get in more debt, and it's just been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy how all of this has happened. And, hey, my family needs to know that they ruined my life. They ruined every single last bit of it, from the time I came out of the womb to the time I gave birth to my son, and they are still continually fucking my shit up, and I'm sick of it. So, anyway, I kind of got off the subject here, but it's a very sad thing when you have to wake up in the morning and know that, or with the idea that you have nothing else to look forward to. Like, your life is just fucking over. Like everything, these people took goddamn everything, okay? They took absolutely everything. I don't even have air conditioning in my car because of these people, okay? I don't have air conditioning in my car. Things that get broke, I'm just basically fucked because I can't fix it. Because I don't, if something happened in my car, I would be majorly fucked over because I don't have enough money to pay it. Okay, I'm still paying up on bills that I'm still running behind on other bills. I'm paying my rent. Okay, every once in a while we get some groceries. We got food. Okay, we're very grateful to have food, and we can take care of our regular toiletries. But my husband needs new shoes. Okay, I mean just crazy shit like that we cannot pull it out because people think they're trying to adjust my income. The reality is, regardless of what my educational background is, I believe that I do have the skills to be a general manager or something big. I really do, okay? I'm very business savvy, and I think I'm expressing that more in front of people now because I do believe I'm good at what I do. And I don't think it's fair that for me not having a job, I mean, it is obvious that I'm dealing with discrimination of one form or another. And it needs to, it's wrong. And then the psychological trauma that these people want to continually put me under by their stupid comments, their stupid phone calls, all of it. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve any of it. And I can't tell you the frustration that you deal with when you're having to deal with people who are in the wrong, and when you're just trying to get your life back together, you're putting out statements to try to make them understand, look, no offense or anything, but you're kind of in my way, and you're kind of really affecting my life in a major way, and it's been going on for a very long time. Could you please stop doing that? It's illegal. And then the targeting intensifies. It intensifies, it is the strangest thing I can even express. But all the discrimination, it's not fair. It's not right. It's wrong. And putting those sort of stipulations, if that is what I'm suspecting is right, if what I believe or suspect is correct, then what they're doing is wrong, and it is extremely devastating and making me very sick. It is making me very, very sick. Okay, because you're taking somebody who's already been psychologically traumatized from all the mobbing and then having the job struggle, and then you're going to tell me that you're trying to threaten my household too. It needs to stop. It just does. And so I have contacted Karen by text phone with her. Oh my God! Well, if she gives a shit, she needs to work on it, okay? Because I'm really sick and damn tired of this, okay? I'm tired of the smear campaign about bullshit that I said, back in 2000. Yeah, I met him in 2000 or 2001. Whatever year it was. That's too goddamn long. It is too damn long to sit here and hold something. And is that all you fucking got? Is that the best you could fucking goddamn do? I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's just so stupid. I have every right, and my family has no right in my life. I can't believe that they would allow or be okay with letting somebody dictate the life of a 45-year-old woman. That is insane. That is insane, okay? I have every right to do what I want. So, anyway, I'm running on this video, and these videos are very therapeutic for me because I need to talk it out. Don't try to not judge it one way or the other. You don't know what it's like to have this happen to you. You're probably thinking, you might be saying it from a different point of view or whatever, but I'm absolutely severely depressed over this issue. I'm terrified over the issue, and I don't get a moment's rest because of it. I don't fucking get a moment's rest because of it, because it is such an injustice, and it's wrong. It is wrong. And, it's the fact that my family's murderous, the fact that, that these employers exploited the fact that my family is murderous, and then turn around and add more limitations and discrimination on me. I mean, what more can these people do? I don't care what their reasons were. Their reasons were wrong, and I need my life back, and I don't know what else I could do. And to try to sit there and give me crumbs is, it's offensive, and it's putting me back in a further financial bind, and it's wrong. It's just wrong. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm down to 58 seconds. I'll probably be doing videos all weekend because my mind will not shut off on this subject. So I'm going to wrap this up and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.